Hello, Josie here, welcoming you to my channel as we continue to move through the Major Arcana. And today, on this blessed day where many are resting and spending good times with each other, let's hope, many prayers for people. We receive the sun. No wonder I was getting like that Beatles song, Here Comes the Sun. It was coming in and understanding now why I even came on when many of you may be celebrating holidays to share this message. And this message first, many know that we may be stepping into what is known in Chinese astrology of the year of the horse. So there's like, are you ready? Are you ready to get on the horse? Are you ready to ride? Are you ready to ride? And to step further into even like the flame, the fire horse year that is stepping in. Slowly but surely and steadily, you have time. You don't have to feel pushed in this message. There's something of this message is coming so that we can percolate with it and enjoy it in the days that come. Big breaths, big breaths. The sun shares, yes, that there are blessings, that there is warmth, and that there's sometimes light at the end of the tunnel. And we have been moving slowly and steadfastly, trudgingly, begrudgingly at times even. And there may be sometimes this like, when will there be a bit more ease? When will I feel a bit more glee? We see this child. We see a child in this picture. Someone that is young, that is new, literally naked, right? In that newness, that is just there with that like glee and joy of life. That there's almost like this untarnishedness, this hope that burns bright, that hasn't been flummoxed or shifted from all of like the lifelong events, right? Or like the human chaos of experience. There is still hope and wonder in what will grow as well as what is grown, like what is there, what is already here. Even if we may not naturally see at this time of year the things that like peek through, right? The soil. Sometimes in winter, then we feel that nothing is growing, but there's a promise here, a promise and awareness that things are still growing. Things are still growing. And so to keep that hope alive, to continue on the ride, there's almost like a deep, almost like, can you just keep going, my loves. Keep going, my loves. You can, we're like, it's not that we're getting there. It's not that, as you see, there's no destination in sight within this card, as in many of the other Arcana cards, right? That show trails and places and journeys to move to, right? Mountaintops to get to. This is simply just the glee, the joy, and the readiness to continue on the ride, to keep going, to keep moving. And not just moving as we speak of sometimes of the treacheries and the drudgeries of life, keep trucking on, keep carrying on, those types of sayings. This is going, where does that light lie within you at this time? Even in the dark of the night, even in sometimes the darkest of times, what keeps you burning live? What keeps you in sometimes those wondrous delights and joys that we sometimes witness within the beauty of a young child, right? Like going, what of that little child within can you tend to at this time? What were some of their dreams? What were some of their hopes? What were some of their things that they like wished for and wanted and dreamed, right? Think of those like the wild that a child might just share. I want this. I love this. This is great. The simplicity in almost how a child sees the world, and the delight of the experiencing of the world, the delight of experiencing of their surroundings and what's around them. What can you do to remind you of that at this time? When you get the card, the sun, it is a deep ask to look in to see what still stokes joy, what still allows things to blossom and grow, even in those darkest of points and darkest of nights. And how can you continue to breathe with that, to almost like stoke that connection to that like solar intervention, that solar connection, that connection of hope, of wonder, of light within you at this time. A small message today with the sun that comes. There's so many teachings with the sun, but what comes today to share with you in this contemplation is something so simple in its message. How do you still tend to the flame that keeps hope alive, that keeps joys and wonder alive, to still wish to create and explore life? This is like, I got the song even during the solstice this year of that disco song, Born to Be Alive, like the simplicity of that message, that there's something in your life force, in you simply being here at this time, even amidst all the cacophony, all the chaos, right? Sometimes what's shown in this, like, almost like the brick wall behind it, right? All the things that have potentially been man-made to feel like they are obstructing you from the wonders and the joys and the frivolity of your youth, before even you found in the youth that you were affected by those things. This brings up such deep like emotion in me. So apologies if I feel quite moved by this message. So breathe with me, and I thank you for being here with me. But yes, even amidst all those blockades and all those like things that seemed to limit and define and refine how you move through your life, how you choose to live your life, how can you allow those to be behind you, and that there's still some way that you can look forwards, even if it is into simply the next day, with the awareness that remember those like nature will grow even in the littlest cracks. Nature will continue to grow and break the rubble of like things man-made and constructed to obstruct. Nature has a way, right? This wondrous way of moving into all those things and reminding you that you can persevere, you can continue in this life, even if you feel that you aren't growing at this time, if things aren't expanding, just like this beautiful line of sunflowers that we see here. Even if you don't feel that, trust that those seasons come. And even if at times you may simply just look back and you're like, no, all I see is the wall. The wall is behind you, my dear. Look forwards. Even if we can't see what is forwards, how can you just breathe, connect towards that hope, that joy, and that possibility, the frivolity, the delight that the youngest child may have by simply seeing the wonder and the beauty of things around them. Maybe you need to have that reflected and hold people that you care about dear at this time to stoke that fire, to remember the things that you care about and love, to remember why or what you wish to grow, to remember how, what or why or how or what you wish to sow for the next seasons. This is the time when we can conceptualize those seeds. We can look deep in and access even those little nuggets of light. And remember, those little nuggets of light over time, right? And cultivated and the right nights and the right days and over the times will slowly but surely grow into these wondrous stalks and these glorious things. So big breaths, deep breaths, gentle, gentle work. What were your dreams? What were your hopes? Don't grieve if you feel they were lost. Stoke those dreams now. Stoke them, breathe into them. Find them where they are within you and just give gentle breaths there. Nurture them and care for them like you would a child. And trust that every single step forwards, there will be a bit more of that sun to see. A bit more of your divinity. There's a lot of divine energy coming from this card. And however you may so choose to connect to that has been defined as divine. May you receive this sweet message. May it share with you some good rhythms and good connections. Access those little seeds, those little dreams whispered, experienced, and they may not have even been spoken from your lips. There's something of even like those dreams or those hopes or those wishes unspoken because they're so sacred that you were scared that they'd be broken if you shared them out. Let yourself spend some time with them and just nurture them so that they can grow deep within you, the garden that is you, the garden of your soul, of your being. And allow, and that trust as you breathe and see that seed continue to define and articulate itself and grow within you, that one time, yes, it will peep out once again, maybe even just a little tendril at first, to come into a most magnificent creation. May we receive this message with care. Sharing much love to each of you who receives this card of the sun. May we honor what has already begun deep within and just nurture it with each breath. Until that sun feels so magnificent that it will slowly peek out, it will slowly creep out, and these wondrous things will bloom once again. Stoke your fires of hope tonight. Allow those dreams to even whisper deep within you. Take care.